Amid vulnerability report, Long Island Republicans reiterate stance embattled Representative George Santos should resign. Great Neck, NY. CBS News has revealed details of an internal George Santos research report that spotted red flags long before the embattled congressman was elected. Time equals 400 ms. Greater than. It shows that a year before his election, questions had surfaced about his life story. The so-called vulnerability report has emerged as Santos prepares to fight federal fraud charges. CBS New York got reaction from his congressional district on Long Island. Time equals 400 ms. Greater than. Read more. Newly obtained George Santos vulnerability report spotted red flags long before embattled representative was elected. Santos was scheduled to return to federal court Thursday, but a delay requested by prosecutors and Santos to discuss possible paths forward is spurring speculation a plea deal is in the works. Time equals 400 ms. Greater than. We are the victims here, said Jody Cass-Finkel of the group Concerned Citizens of NY03. The constituent group is demanding that any plea deal include his immediate resignation. We want George Santos out of Congress. We want him out. We want our representation back. We want to rebuild the public trust, Finkel said. In a district first floored by revelations Santos lied about nearly all of his qualifications, there's now more shock. Read more. Representative George Santos may be working on plea deal in fraud case. Time equals 400 ms. Greater than. CBS News reported many of the red flags were unearthed a year before the election, in an internal vulnerability report circulated among some Washington GOP strategists while Santos was running for office. The report commissioned by the Santos campaign raised doubts about his college degrees, his marriage to a woman despite being openly gay, and claims his grandparents fled the Holocaust. Robert Zimmerman, the Democrat who ran against Santos last year, said the report incriminates Republicans who still put him on the ballot. This report shows they knew about his criminal behavior and his fraud and they covered it up, and then when he went to Congress they still protected George Santos. They refused to remove him, Zimmerman said. Read more. Sam Mealy, former fundraiser for Representative George Santos, charged with wire fraud, identity theft. Nassau Republicans are united in calling for Santos to resign, but have not pressed for his expulsion amid a slim House majority. The Nassau County Republican Committee has been clear about its position on disgraced Congressman George Santos. He has no place in the Nassau GOP, and we have repeatedly called on him to resign. With respect to a recently exposed vulnerability report, the Nassau County Republican Committee became aware of its existence, along with the general public, through media accounts. We again call upon George Santos to resign as the first step in removing the stain he has placed upon the House of Representatives, Committee Chairman Joseph G. Cairo said. Read more. House Democrats plan to force vote on censuring Representative George Santos. Time equals 400 ms. Greater than. Long Islanders told CBS New York on Thursday there is plenty of blame to go around. It amazes me that the Democrats didn't do any opposition research because it was all out there and it's the biggest stupidity, one person said. I'm angered that I'm represented by a liar and someone who deceives the public, another said. Our representative is admitting guilt and some mistakes he made. That's a good first step, another added. When asked about the vulnerability report and whether he is considering a plea deal, Santos' congressional spokesperson said, "We do not comment on campaign and personal matters." The next court date for Santos is scheduled for October 27.